Ballatora is a premium brand with a premium quality attached to it. I highly recommend it.
Hey all my great people, how are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing damn day! Guess what we're doing? A top 5. Top 5 teams to do in career mode by yours truly, Brom Squad. And would I lie to you, my suggestions are never wrong.
And here we go.
In at number 5, of course, is going to be Newcastle United. You cannot not go and use Newcastle United in the career mode now. I mean, the Saudi takeover, all you got to do really is just give yourself a damn near billion to spend. I mean, essentially that's what I did here in this career mode. Right over there, we got a billion to spend. You know, give yourself a billion to spend and just go and buy whoever the hell you want. You don't even have to do much. Of course, Steve Bruce was recently sacked. So it would be great. It's a great thing, you know. You come in, you buy your Haaland, your Mbappe, and you win the Premier League within a season, and you know it's great. You know, there's what I like about career modes is there is great things that you can do if you attach it to real life situations. So like this, Steve Bruce been sacked, but you can come in and assert yourself onto the team. Saudi takeover, you can come in and help them spend their money wisely on a team and help rebuild Newcastle United into the great club that it deserves to be, because it's got a lot of heritage, a lot of fans, a lot of everything. It's not just some shitty Man City that just came in out of nowhere and been killing the Premier League for the last 10 years. Anyway, but let's look at the team and then I can give you a few ideas of who you can sign and who you can't sign. So of course we've got Woodman, we've got Dubravka, both. I mean, Dubravka's a good goalkeeper. If you guys haven't seen it, FIFA 21, we did a Newcastle United takeover career mode because it actually fell through the first time, but it's finally happening. But I kind of predicted a lot. I mean, I said Pochettino would go in. I said the Saudi takeover would happen. You know, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You should go check it out though. But yeah, so we got Dubravka and we got Woodman. First thing I would do is keep Dubravka for like a season or two, and then you sign somebody else straight. I mean, left back situation is not looking good. I mean, Jamal Lewis is good, but he's a good left back bench option. So not really great. Centre backs definitely need to find a partner for Jamal Lascelles, but otherwise, they all got to go, man. They all got to go. Right backs, go find somebody. Go find somebody. Somebody, but go find them. Depending on your formation, how you want to play, say maximum as a striker would be brilliant. Left wing, perfect though. Perfect as a left wing. Believe me, he can cut and shoots and trickery, quick moves, brilliant stuff. So it depends on your type of formation and style. I mean, you could leave him as a left midfielder if you want to play a 4-2-3-1 or something like that. Depends on what you want to do. But definitely mainstay is this man right here. You got to keep him in the team, keep him happy, because he's going to be probably the only piece that you start out with that you finish the series with. Just saying. Shelby and the boys all gotta go. We don't need any damn near Lord Voldemort things happening up in here, so he gotta go. Sean Longstaff and Matty Longstaff I would actually keep. They're great bench options for the future as well. I mean, bench options for now, and if you go and spend your large sums of money on other areas, they're good to keep. Believe me, they are good to keep. So yeah, and they got real faces too, so not too shabby. In terms of attacking midfielders, great player, Joe Willock, I rate him a lot. He played fairly well last season. Obviously, a lot of people are counting him out now that the Saudi takeover has happened, but I would say try and grow him, try and develop him as a player. He could be a good talent for you. He could save you a lot of money. Although, who am I trying to kid? You don't need to save money because you're just going to be blowing it out your ass at anybody and anybody who you want. And then striking options, this man gotta go. Just, you know, you can even release him. It doesn't even matter. But probably keep Callum Wilson for like the first 2 to 3 seasons, or first 2 seasons at least. He could be a great player for you. Great player. He is a great player. He doesn't play as a 79 overall. He plays as a much better player than that. So yeah, I mean, players you could easily go and sign as a Messi, or not really in the first season, but the second season you can go sign a Messi, you can go sign a Haaland, you can go sign a Mbappe, you can go sign whoever the hell you want, and you can still have pocket change for somebody else. So it depends on how much money you essentially give yourself, but being realistic, if you're going for the Newcastle takeover, you've got like 500 million to spend in the summers and 200 million to spend in January. So yeah, man, it's crazy. It is crazy. But without a doubt in my mind, you'll definitely enjoy the Newcastle United takeover. In at number 4 is Olympique Marseille. I thought, PSG are a super team. Their arch rivals are Olympique Marseille and Olympique Lyonnais. Lyon and Marseille. So this team has kind of started its rebuild in real life, but I thought the story behind it would be brilliant. Like they've been beaten down for the last 10 years straight. They've just been absolutely clobbered by PSG. So why not you take over and you manage the team and you bring in some great players? I mean, they've already got some brilliant players, which I'll go over soon. And you lead them to victory and glory and just, the story behind it is brilliant. Obviously, you don't have a lot of money when it comes to Marseille, but building a team, getting youth players through the youth team, that is always great, But they do have some really great young players too, that they've recently acquired and they've kept through the years, Number 1, Paul Lopez, brilliant goalkeeper, Spanish, 64, 26 years old with an 80 overall. He's only got an 80 overall, which is very weird because a few years ago he was rated very, very highly. So I think he's had a few bad years, but you could get him up and over. And I mean, if you don't want him, he goes back from his loan back to Roma, or you can buy him. Just saying. Or alternatively, what you can do is you have this old ass great veteran, as it says right there, and then you bring up a youth goalkeeper through the ranks. Easy as pie. Great Jordan Amavi, I love this man. Great, cheap signing too. Cheap signing, but he is great as well. But yeah, some great defenders. So I would suggest, because you've got a strong area in central defense, playing with a back three. Playing with a back three, that's always good. And back threes tend to do fairly well. So back three with wing backs or wingers if you want, and then maybe a midfield 2, and then front 3. I don't know. It's your choice as always, but it's just a suggestion. So would I lie to you? I don't think so. Anyways, also Boubacar Kamara, Arsenal career mode, FIFA 21. We played with him. He was brilliant. He was amazing. He was glorious. Convert him to a centre back. He's quick as hell, absolutely glorious, got a real face, everything. So use him wisely because he's great. He's absolutely, he's good. And then of course you've got Turk Guendouzi, which is why I would say convert him to a centre back, because then you've got a free CDM position for this man right here. Sign him. He's great. He's brilliant. He's quick. He somehow tactically he's always in the right positions. I don't know what the coding is for him, but he's also another one that's really great. Or alternatively, if you play like a 2 in midfield and like 2 DMs, you play Kamara and Guendouzi. Brilliant. You see? I lie to you. I don't think so. And then we've got Amin Harit, who I love. He has been one of my favorite players since he got his real face. I think it was in like FIFA 20 he got a real face. With the Schalke career modes that I've done, always used him. He's always been a mainstay in the team. And you can't go wrong with him. The Moroccan international. He's only 24 years old. He can grow up to, I think, like an 80 or 81. But definitely you can get him over that. So use him. Again, use him wisely. Some great players in this team. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's at Leicester last year. Didn't play too well, but he does have good potential. I think it's like an 82 or 83 overall. Not too shabby, not too bad. Can play as a winger. Convert him to a striker though. Just saying, if you play that back 3 like I was suggesting, convert this man to a striker and he can be the striker that runs him behind. And then of course we've got Dimitri Payet. Great free kicks, but he is aging 34, so maybe wane him out of the team, and bring in the Harit that I was talking about. Huh? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then of course Malik is brilliant. Sign him if you can, but if you don't, use him for the season. Don't cancel his loan. Use him for the season and then go and sign another striker, because this team lacks with the strikers that it does have. Not great whatsoever. So those are my suggestions for option number 4. In at option number 3 is a great storied manager mode that you can do. Brilliant storied manager mode that you can do. The Return of Schalke. In fact, we're going to be doing this on the channel as well, so if you don't do it, hit me up. I'll hit you up. We'll do a career mode together as a community, and we'll return Schalke to where they deserve to be, in Germany's first division. Don't forget, they got relegated last season, so that's why this story in itself becomes way more better. You can help them gain promotion, build the team from the ground up again, because this team has been shattered. I genuinely feel like there's not one player that I would keep. Maybe Matondo, maybe, but not one player here deserves to be kept. I mean, great potential. I don't know if that is a real face. I feel like it's not a real face. It looks very, I don't know. And it's a good thing that it's happening to me, because I hate the fact that you can tell a generic face from a real face. So if this is not a real face, brilliant. If it isn't, if it is a generic face, brilliant again. But also, 18 years old, 64 overall. Maybe you build a team around him. I don't know. But like I say, there's not one player that I would keep here that deserves to be here. So it's a complete overhaul, a complete rebuild, a complete everything. I mean, Harrod's gone on loan, but that loan will probably be successfully transmitted into a permanent deal. Same with Matondo, he's gone on loan, but I don't know if there's an option to buy. But essentially, it's a complete overhaul. Nobody comes back here, nothing. And I love teams that are like that. I prefer to play with teams that I don't really know, because I'm not attached to any of the players then, and that means that I have a blank canvas that I can just paint and do what I want and have my own creation evolve out of it, you know. So yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that you want to just delete everybody off this roster. It really isn't bad. It's actually quite nice, because then you're not attached to a certain formation, certain tactics. You can create your own. Find my key suggestion would be find some great young talented prospects in the second division or the third division of Germany. Build with that core group as your mainstays, and then by season 3 we'll say, that's when you start signing better players, you know, finishing players that will help you finish your career mode, players that will help you take that next step to maybe trying to win the Bundesliga, or trying to win the Champions League or the Europa League, or wherever you are as a manager. That's what you need. So I think the story behind Schalke would be brilliant, and like I say, for me it's always the story behind certain things. So it's a great story. In second place is Tottenham Hotspur. The key goal to having a Tottenham Hotspur, I nearly said a Tottenham Hotspur career mode, is to make them relevant. I'm not even throwing shade. They are not relevant at the moment, and it's sad, because 5 years ago under Pochettino they were amazing. They were very relevant 5 years ago, and they've just fallen off. They have some great players: Harry Kane, Son, Mora, Højbjerg, Oliver Skip, brilliant youth player that you can bring up. Of course, Crystal Palace career mode, signed him. He was brilliant, especially in that fourth season. He was brilliant. So yeah, they have got some good players here. But in my personal opinion, what I would do, because it's realistic, sell Harry Kane. Yeah, just sell him. He is proving to be a shit house in real life, the way he's just mugging off Tottenham and their fans every week. But yeah, I would sell him for however much you can get for 100 mil or whatever, and just rebuild the team, make them relevant again. Hit the youth academy, hit them up, be like, hey man, how's some foreign prospects, or some not foreign prospects, how's the next Harry Kane? That's basically what I'm trying to say here. And potentially build around Heung-min Son. He's a great player. He's there for the future. Recently signed a new contract with them. Whoop-de-doo, great stuff. All ends up. I mean, moving into the team, we've got Hugo Lloris, who's last 12 months of his contract. He is aging, 34. He's past his prime. I don't think he's a top goalkeeper anymore. So probably bring in a new goalkeeper. Just off the top of my head, you know. Golini is supposedly the future, so maybe sign him to a permanent deal, play him a bit more, you know. Ryan Sessegnon, I kind of rate a lot. I do rate him a lot, but as a left wing back, he doesn't fit into the team. And of course, you have this man Reguilon, who's brilliant as well, 24. This one's 21, but convert him to a winger. Convert Son into the striker and him into the winger. Huh? Would I lie to you? I think not. So that's just my suggestion, and then you kind of don't have this overabundance of left backs here, because if you don't, you're just going to have Reguilon starting with Ben Davies on the bench, and you're never going to see the full potential of Ryan Sessegnon, who would be a great signing for any career mode, by the way. Secondly, sign this man to a permanent deal. That's all you got to do, really. Maybe bring in a partner for him, because between Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they're useless. It's the Colombian PS4 and the man who shits his pants on the field, literally. Maybe potentially Joe Rodon is your guy, but Jaffa Tanganga is also a great centre-back. He is great. He's got pace, he's got recovery pace, he's got heart. So maybe he could be your answer, if you don't want to spend lots of money, Daniel Levy. Okay, yeah, for the right back situation as well, I mean, just signed Emerson Royale, doesn't have a real face though, so it's like, so maybe look for a better right back. For the central defensive midfield position, you've got Oliver Skip for the future, and you've got damn near Højbjerg for the current success that you hope to bestow upon Tottenham. And then of course you've got Harry Winks, who's not really a CDM. So yeah, and then of course Son convert him to the centre forward or the wing or however you want to play it. That's just my personal opinion. I would probably keep him in the team and build around him. I mean, you've got great players like Højbjerg, like Bergwijn and Brian Gill and so on, that could be your wingers around Son, but then because Kane's in the team, Son doesn't get to play in the striking position. And he was quite good in those first 3 games that Harry Kane didn't play this season as being a striker, you know? So of course you've got Ndombele, brilliant talent, but hasn't been used correctly at Tottenham. So maybe trying to unlock him could be brilliance for yourself as well. Great success. Sell Dele Alli, he is a waste of space. The only thing he's good at is unlocking Pep Guardiola's daughters. Anyways, but sell him, he's useless, waste of space, like I say. Had great potential, and he's fizzled out. So get out, you know, just he's useless, man. Lucas Moura, I would probably keep as a backup bench option. He would be good. 28 years old, Brazilian international. He's got great potential. And then of course you've got your youngsters and Dane Scarlett and Troy Parrott, who could even be your natural replacements for Harry Kane. But probably sell him. And if you're a Tottenham fan and you're watching this, please don't dislike my video. It's just, I'm trying to be realistic here. He doesn't want to play for your team, so let him go. It's the same like for me. If Ronaldo wanted to leave tomorrow, I'd say it sucks, but let him go. If Pogba does want to leave, it sucks, but let him go. It is what it is. You had a good run with him, but now it's over, and it's time to move on. And then, my great and wonderful people, we have got number 1. And then, of course, it's Goat Brom. It's your boy. But Barcelona. The story behind Barcelona, rebuilding the club, that is a great story to have. That is a great story to tell. And you have got essentially a blank canvas to tell that story. A blank page to write your story. You know? You've got aging stars in Aguero, Busquets, Piqué, Alba, Ter Stegen essentially. You've got them. And then you've got a great mix of young talents in Dembele, Pedri, De Jong, that you can then help make yourself relevant and Barcelona relevant again. Just quick heads up, we're going to be doing a Barcelona career mode on this channel. It is going to be the next career mode, which will be out next week sometime. Just saying, putting it out there. So be prepared, season 1 is out next week. Anyways, back to this though. So it is a... Look, there are some good players. Memphis Depay, one of them, Ter Stegen, Alba. There are some good players, but obviously after losing Neymar, then Suarez, then Messi, then Griezmann, it doesn't look good. And if you really want to take it to the extreme level and make it as realistic as possible, don't sign players. For your first 2 to 3 seasons, don't sign them. Try and make the 1.2 billion profits, and then you will essentially pay off your debts, because that's how much Barcelona are in debt for. 1.2 billion. That's a lot. And you'll see within that comes its own struggles. So try to bring back the La Masia youth academy, because that's gone to dog shit over like the last 5 to 10 years. Try and be smart and savvy, and free agent signings. Those are key. Those are key to this. So try and revive Barcelona. That would be brilliant. Believe me, I know. So looking at the players though, Ter Stegen, brilliant goalkeeper, 29 years old. He's not actually as old as what I thought, but you know, he's up there. If you want to sell him, go ahead, sell him. Try and make as much profit as you can. You can go down that route, down that road, and sell some of your best players, but then it's even harder to build up. So what I would suggest is you build with them, and then once you've got their adequate replacements from the youth academy or a free agent signing, that's when you sell them. You've got Neto, great backup goalkeeper as well. You've got Elba, you've got Balade, or it's Boulder, or however. He's a great young 17-year-old prospect with a great potential. Look at that, great potential. That's what it says right there. Eric Garcia, real face, so you build around him. The defense is his for the future. He holds the keys to the defense. He's 20 years old, Spanish international at this point. Can't go wrong there. Gerard Piqué, you would say Garcia is the natural replacement for Piqué. So yeah, sell Umtiti, waste of space. Lenglet's brilliant, but if need be, sell him. He's not the most important. Arujo is great, just doesn't have a real face, so I'm kind of put off of him. But nonetheless, he is good. Uruguayan, brilliant. Maybe that is a place that you can go and sign youth talent from. Uruguay. They are producing some great talent at the moment. Serginho Dest, brilliant, great for the future, very quick, very direct as well. So if you are looking for some movements up and down that right hand side, Dest is your man. Sergio Roberto, probably keep him, maybe. I mean, it's a realistic thing to do, to keep him and help Dest grow more rather than throw Dest into the deep end. So yeah, Sergio Busquets, I think the natural replacement for Busquets already exists in the team, and that is Frankie de Jong. So Busquets, he's old, he's 33, coming to the end of his contract soon, so natural replacements already in the team. Ricky Puig, Gonzalez, Gavi, and Pedri are your midfielders for the future. Oh, and by the way, for Barcelona, how I would play it and how I'm going to play it is a 4-3-3. That's it. So you've already got your 4 midfielders for your future. You've got Pedri, who I'm sad doesn't have a real face. You've got Gavi, who's brilliant. You've got Gonzalez, brilliant. And then you've got Ricky Puig, brilliant. All of them. Great youth players, 21, 19, 16, 18. All for the future. Then you've got Felipe Coutinho, probably sell him straight off the bat, sell him. You've got Ansu Fati, build a team around him. That is your man. Make sure he's happy at all times. 18-year-old, 76 overall, real face, number 10, Messi's heir to Barcelona. Ousmane Dembele, it's hard because in FIFA he's really talented, but in real life he's not. Or, no, in real life he is talented. It's just defensively. Injury issues are the biggest problem for this man. If he could stay healthy for like a season, oh, Barcelona have got talent on their hands, but he can't. So essentially, don't let him run his contract down, offer him a new contract. If he doesn't accept it, then unfortunately that is what it is. But keep him as long as possible in the team, because the right wing is severely lacking in talent. Yeah, no great right wingers here, unless you go and sign somebody for cheap, and maybe, maybe. Then of course you got Memphis Depay. Make him a striker, believe me, make him a striker. That pace up the middle is brilliant. Or you can make him a left wing, but essentially you want Fati playing, so make him a striker. You've got Luke de Jong, send him back to Sevilla straight away. Braithwaite, well, you can release him if you want to, but preferably sell him. And then you've got Aguero, who, for me, just put him on the bench and bring him in as an impact player, because he's 33, he's aging, he's not the quickest of players, he's not the most agile, yeah, I'd start Memphis Depay over Aguero and just have him as a backup, essentially. And then, of course, Griezmann, unless you recall him back, he's not actually going to come back to Barcelona. So, essentially, he's a gone player. And I think you get like 60 mil from him. So, it's always a good deal to make. So, bye-bye, Griezmann. And that's the team. That's the team. So, people, if you don't do a Barcelona career mode, I am. So, it's on the channel. Next week is Season 1. Just keep that in mind. Next week is Season 1. So, very exciting times. Very exciting times. Anyway, I hope you guys have absolutely enjoyed the episode. If you have, let me know down below. Of course, hit the like button. That's also another way to let me know. That big old thank you very much.